everyone. Welcome to Herald Global. Today we have with us Mr. Tanuj Virwani, a dynamic young actor who is best known for his roles in Inside Edge and Code M. He joins us today for an exclusive chat to discuss his latest upcoming series, Rana Naidu Season 2. He shares his insight about the latest season, his co-actors and much more. Let's deep dive into it. I am Saimik and you're watching MindSpeak. Let me begin by asking you, how did you first of all get associated with the project?
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning, okay? Karan
Sure.
had, because Karan Anshuman and me go back a long way, right? Because he's also my showrunner for Inside Edge.
True.
So a few years back, before Rana Naidu had come out, I think he was in the scripting stage and he's like, listen, I've written something really exciting. And he narrated the opening scene of the first season. And I'm like, man, this is some intense stuff. And like, it's really edgy. It's really exciting. There's a thriller minute thing going on. And he told me it's a loose adaptation of Ray Donovan. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. Then I saw the first season and I really, really loved it. So I let him know that, yaar, अगर मेरे लिए कुछ है तो देख ले भाई, because I would love to be associated with a show like that, and I feel I would fit very well in this universe. So he's a man of few words. He's like, yeah, it's cool. He was very non-committal, and okay, life went on and stuff. And then sometime last year, he got in touch with me, and he's like, hey, listen, I've written something, and I think you're perfect for it. Why don't you come meet me? And I went, and I met him, and I loved the world. The way the world was expanding in season 2, and I loved the character that he offered me as well. It's not a main lead by any stretch. It's very much a supporting role. I think I'm probably there in the first 4 episodes, but it's very interesting. And it allowed me the opportunity to play a character unlike anything I've played before. So yeah. So fingers crossed.
If you can tell us more about the shade, it's on the darker shade, or how is your role? How is the character?
So, I think one of the biggest challenges for any actor is not to get slaughtered. And I know time and again I have played very urban-centric characters, be it Poison, be it Codem, be it, of course, Inside Edge, right? But every once in a while, take a step back and you're like, okay, whether it's a rural, semi-rural, urban character, there are still different ways in. Doesn't mean you have to play the same way, because then it just gets boring for me as the actor. It most certainly gets boring for the audience as well. So this time, because the character, without getting into too many details, the character is Chirag Oberoi. He's basically the son of a very, very wealthy businessman played by Rajat Kapoor, and Kriti Kharbada playing my sister on this. So they all are embroiled in this sort of controversy, and how they get out of it with the help of the one and only Rana is what my plot line is all about. So he's very entitled, and he's living in his own little ivory tower, and he thinks he's the king of his jungle. And because I live in South Bombay, and I've often noticed some of the younger kids, the typical Sobo kids, have this certain slightly entitled vibe about them, and slightly entitled way of speaking. Like abhi filhal Hapur mein kaise baat kar rahe, we're speaking at a normal clip, but they have this permanent drawl and this accent. Like, I'll just do it for you, Sai.
Yes.
Oh, so like, I really love being here, man. It's so like, so उन लोग ऐसे बात करते, and I always found that very fascinating. और आप जैसे जानते हो कि like the best canvas for any actor to kind of feast on and subconsciously or consciously चुराओ is from real life. So ये मेरे जहन में था, ये मेरे दिमाग में था कि यार ये कहीं ना कहीं मैं यूज करूंगा. So I did the voice for Karan, and he's got his beard and all. He looks at me, he's like, yeah, that's it. So that's how it happened. So I've tried doing something a little different over here, and I also feel now, Mari, when the main lead on a show, the pressure is not on your shoulders that you need to carry the show. Automatically, it frees you up in a way where you can maybe take a few more bold swings as an actor,
True.
So I like being part of this. I like being part of an Abhay 3 where I play a serial killer. I like being part of a Murshid where it's on KK sir's shoulders, because it allows me a little breathing space to kind of, Because see, the thing is, when I'm in a cartel or I'm in an Inside Edge and I'm playing Vayu, people already know what that character is. So if I go too far left, they'll be like, hey, that's not Vayu anymore.
True.
So you can't lose your character, but you get to experiment like that. So I think this Mr. Sen has allowed me the opportunity to really kind of flex my creative chops,
Definitely. How was the experience of working with the legendary Venkatesh and the entire team?
I was so fortunate because sometimes, as they say, you got to run before you can walk. And my very first day, my very first scene, it was a massive, I think, 4.5, 5 page scene, was just Venkatesh and me. Now, I've never met him in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope I don't crap myself here because I'm doing this funny accent and he's going to think I actually talk like that. And if I justify, then it's like it's just going to be really silly. And obviously he knows my mom, but I don't like going around telling people, hey, I'm so and so son. I want to form form my own equation with them, and later if they get to know, it's a different thing. So we were shooting and all, and he was having a pretty rough day because I think his back was playing up, but he was such a consummate professional. He didn't let that get in the way. He didn't ask for a break. He didn't ask for like, hey, let's shoot this another day. I'm not feeling it today. He was brilliant, and I had a lot of fun kind of creating that scene with him. So yeah, when you watch the show and you watch that scene, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Definitely. I am going to watch it. So if you can say something in a nutshell, what can we look forward to in the second season?
It's bigger, it's bolder, it's crazier. You've got some amazing additions. You've got Arjun Rampal, you've got Dino Moria, you've got Kriti Kharbanda, Rajat Kapoor, you've got all the recurring characters, and then you've got a little bit of me as well. So lots of reasons to watch the second season, and it's going to kind of go in some very new and unexpected directions. So it's going to give the fans exactly what they want and then some more. So yeah.
Okay, especially when the first season has been such a huge hit. Okay, what are the challenges of joining the franchise from the second season onwards? Are there any challenges to it?
See, of course, the expectations are sky high because
Yes.
the first season was very well received. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the best, the most viewed Netflix shows, right? I don't feel the pressure because I didn't make the first season. So it's on those guys. It's on the writers and the showrunners and the directors and the creators and the recurring star cast. For me, if I'm not part of the original season and I just get on board on the second season, for me, that's my first season. The same thing happened to me when I did the second season of Illegal. So I don't take that pressure. It's very different if I'm doing like a Code M2 or Inside Edge 2 or 3 because then I'm like, okay, like everywhere I go,
yes.
people are like, okay, kab aa raha hai, kab release hoga, kab release hoga. So it is that sense of added responsibility. And hey, listen, we can't screw the pooch here. We have to deliver as promised because we've made them wait. So we got to make it worth their while. The audience is very discerning these days and they have a lot of choices and lots of opinions thanks to social media. So yeah, but over here I'm chill.
Okay, how do you hold your own, especially in a multi-starcast project? Not only in this series, maybe in others.
See, luckily for me, be it Inside Edge, be it Poison, be it Cartel, it's been a wonderful training ground. So I'm no stranger to having ensemble star casts and like sometimes the casts have been so big that I've not had any scenes with them. So I end up meeting them at the screening or the success party eventually. It's crazy. But it also prepares you in a way where you're like, see, yaar, it is not my job to look at the macro picture. Ki unke backstory mein ya unke subplot mein what's happening. I have to focus on the scenes I'm in. I have to focus on what my narrative and what I'm bringing to the story. So I just look at I'm like a horse with the blinkers on, where I'm only looking at what is expected from me and how best I can deliver. है ना? Because the moment I'm thinking of अच्छा ये भी है show पे और ये भी है मैं उधर ही खत्म हो जाऊंगा because then that burden of expectations and that self-applied pressure will be too much to bear. And I feel the most conducive environment for a person to express their creativity is when they're not taking pressure. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
Okay, from Inside Edge to Rana Naidu, it's a journey that you have. Okay, and it's a great journey. What has been your learning from it?
My learning forte is that, just like we expect pre-production to be there in films and in web series and in ad commercials and stuff, I believe it is extremely important for an actor to have his own pre-production process, to do his homework, whether it is from a physical point of view, from an emotional or mental point of view, from a certain skill set point of view. Don't learn on the job. Imbibe traits and good qualities from other technicians, cast and crew alike on set. That's a different thing, but you have to go well prepared. I hate it when actors only learn rat ke aate apne khud ke line. It's as important, if not more important, to know all your co-stars' lines, to know the underlying narrative under it, what is the subtext, because otherwise what will happen, it becomes like one badminton match. Mera dialogue, aapka dialogue, mera dialogue. So it is extremely important to dissect a scene, understand it, and then forget the lines after remembering it, so you say it in your own way. Because see, let's face it, when you're on set, you're going to be doing the same take multiple times from so many different accesses and stuff and all that. You can't allow yourself to say it in a manner that is stale. True. At the end of the day, as an actor, I'm the vessel. I'm simply communicating someone else's thoughts and opinions and words. Those are not my thoughts, but I have to make it appear seamless as if it was coming from me, from my persona, from my being, from my soul. So that's something that I constantly grapple with, constantly spend a lot of time thinking. And I just feel that the script is your best friend. You just keep reading and dissecting and reading and dissecting until it's time to shoot, because you're only going to get one opportunity to shoot it. It doesn't matter what you may think after. If I'm in the dubbing studio and I'm saying, yaar, kash maine ye kiya hota ya wo kiya hota, usse bilkul farak nahi padega, because it's already in the bag. you've already filmed it. So on game day, you need to make sure you're 110% on set.
True. Any other particular genre that you're looking forward to in your upcoming projects?
Yes. Actually, there are a couple which I hope if someone's watching us will take that leap of faith and cast me.
Definitely.
I've always wanted to be part of historical. I find that to be an extremely fascinating genre, and I would love. I mean, it could be something from the Mughal era. It could be something even before that. It could be something from the our pre-independence, the British era. It could be whatever. I just find that to be a very, very fascinating time in history. Another genre, this is more of curiosity because I've never been part of an out-and-out horror film.
Okay.
And I'm very curious to know, यार, जब सब set पे रहते हैं, क्या सच में सब डरे हुए रहते हैं, या like it's a very chill atmosphere and it's like people are dying and blood is being spilled on screen. I don't know how it is, and I feel it would be a very good challenge, right? Because obviously, if you've got 200 people around, you're not going to be in a state of panic or fear. But
True.
I think it is a very, very visual medium, very, very audio and visual medium. So I feel horror, like nowadays, there's a lot of mythological horror going around, and I'm quite fascinated by that. I feel that's a subgenre in itself. We had Shaitan a while back. I think now we have Ma coming out. These are all mythological horrors. I feel that's something that I do gravitate towards. Yes.
Horror comedy also has been doing pretty well.
That too. I mean, that's like, that's like taking like one pasta and burji and mashing it together. Like, who would have thought, you'd have like horror comedy, and, so many of our creators have done such a fantastic job with it, like case in point, you look at back in the day, Go Goa Gone. I used to love that movie. It's like, and now you've had Stree 2. It's amazing.
So my last question to you. Okay, please tell us about your upcoming projects. Apart from Rana.
So after Rana Naidu, I've got a film called Johnny Jumper, which has Vijay Raj in the role of the antagonist. It also co-stars Brichita Kalra, Zakir Hussain, and Zarina Vaid. I play the title character of Johnny Jumper. He's a cable wala. It's based in Bhopal. He's also an undercover operative for the local law enforcement. And one fine day, a minister's son goes missing and he becomes a prime suspect. I hope I have not given you too much, but it is a project very, very close to my heart. I'm extremely excited, and I hope it comes out soon because I can't wait for you all to watch that. Apart from that, I've got a show upcoming show with Applause. It's tentatively titled DAU, Domestic Anti-Terrorism Unit. I play the role of an ACP on that. It also co-stars Rahul Dev. It's a very gritty Mumbai-based crime thriller. Lots of action, lots of thrill. Very, very hard to shoot and very gratifying as well. And I've got this really cute rom-com coming up with Tridhar Chaudhary, who was recently seen in Ashram 3. It also co-stars Divya Agarwal and Nikki Tamboli. It's called Puppy Love. And you'll get to see a rather different facet to my personality, into my acting in that. So yeah.
Definitely.
So, trying to mix things up, brother. Trying to do different things. It's our job to not get confined in one genre or in our comfort zone. And you never know what sticks and what doesn't. But you can never fault me for lack of trying.
Definitely. Can't wait for the show. Thank you so much for taking this time.
Absolute pleasure. And I hope I get to meet you in person very soon.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thanks,
Virwani.
brother.
Love talking to you. Thank you.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.